Alright, party peoples, good morning. How are we doing today? And yes, I would go as a legend, maybe. But if this continues, I need to go to the AR anyways, because I am having a cold. And this is the worst for me. Can you guys imagine? I cannot even taste anything anymore properly. And as an Italian, that's the worst that can happen to you. So, yeah, especially if you really enjoy eating and stuff, just the taste of things. I was having a watermelon, and oh boy, I didn't taste the watermelon. That's so shitty. I don't care. I had done a proper pineapple pizza. And basically, they just had like very, very, very thin slices of the pizza, of the pineapple on the pizza, basically baked underneath the mozzarella. That was actually fantastic. It wasn't too bad. I shouldn't say that too loud because maybe my inheritance will be cancelled. But you know, I'm fairly hardcore when it comes to naming conventions. Because I just think that if there is a food that has a certain specific name to it, then we should adhere to it, just because of respect of the culture, right? But generally speaking, I don't really care. You can do whatever you want with the pizza. So how are we doing today? Let me prepare everything here. So I've seen on Reddit, I've seen a kit. The kit has been updated or something. So we're going through all of it in a second. I just have to open them up and all. Don't spoil me with white ICHIGO animations, please. Thank you. Is there not kit update? I think I saw a kit update. Where was it? Oh, it was on Geeko's community Discord. Okay. Okay, 1 second, I will pull it up. So, have you guys seen any kind of gameplay? It's got no ailment, that's the major change. That's good, actually. But, oh. Okay, you say basically, but... Are you playing to boundary white ICHIGO? That's a good question, I don't know yet. Maybe the B1, not sure. I have to be honest. The problem with tacticians is I might have to B2 him. I might have, but what I will usually do is I will summon on stream, of course, right, for entertainment. But then I will just keep the boundaries at B0, B1 until I have all my footage, and then maybe I will B2 it if need be. Good morning, G. How is it going? You excited for both units, to be honest? That's nice. I mean, Ulquiorra looks fantastic. I got spoiled with the animations for Ulquiorra, but he looks really, really good. Hey man, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. You're not skipping school or something, right? Just asking. White low-key a little underwhelming. Bro, listen. I have to be responsible. I have to be having responsible takes here. So if you're skipping anything, then I have to tell you to not skip anything, you know? You can be working, be school. Also, why are you not going to school anymore? Do you do the schooling? Bro! You can go to... School is just university, college, stuff like that is it you? I mean... You don't have to be 8 to go to school. What is university? Is that not a school? Bro! Goes to uni, doesn't know what the school is. Uh-oh, guys. You will be maxing out SR plus Ulk. Just usual, like, on the normal way that we can gather. If we can get any more copies of him, then that's fine, else no. The thing is, is there a way to SR Plus to max him boundary-wise? I don't think so, right? What feels like a support for... Let me pull up. Let me pull up the kit here, real quick. Yeah. So no, I don't have that many memories. Osmar, I cannot max out his core stamp. I have to prioritize white there. Alright, let me see. One problem that I have with Discord is that I have to snip this.
Can you hear me now? Can you see me somehow? Just a flicker of light in the fading night. Can you hear me now?
Do we have a new screen animation or something? Let me open up the game. Hey Hakim, good morning. How is it going? Yeah, after the anniversary, I will have to bump Mayuri up to the S tier because his value just skyrockets even further, which is nice to see actually. Was high-key hoping for Mayuri to gain some more value, but the thing is, if it's just there as a trigger for Mayuri to be able to support, if you have Kenpachi for example, that's nice too. I'm not too angry about that.
My heart, it skips a silent beat. Do you ever feel this sweet?
He got no ailment? Wait, he got none whatsoever?
Maybe I speak
I'm still just snipping the kit here, so I don't know.
a melody never sung, a quiet hum, a gentle sway. Understand me someday. Can you hear me now? Can you see me somehow? Just a flicker of light in the fading night.
Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, so I got this kit here. No, it's still just the Grimjaw animation. Okay. Wait, start game? Wait. What do you mean start game? Wasn't there supposed to be a maintenance? Okay, let me switch to my game here real quick. Enough starting screen. There we go. We'll have to wait for global. Eisen states that only tactical character gives counter. Yeah, but the thing is, you don't really need to give a counter to the tactical to the support unit, so that's fine. Okay, so wasn't there supposed to be? Bro, are you shitting me? Bro, they did it again? I swear to God, yesterday it has been said that the maintenance was up until the daily reset. And this morning I went to sleep for 5 hours. I double and triple checked, and now they changed it. This is bullshit. No. I was checking the streaming here. Oh my god. Oh, that's awful. Well, the thing is, I don't want to stop the stream and then restart the stream. So maybe. And you guys joined the stream too. No, I know that the daily reset is at 9. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Yesterday, when I was, yesterday, up until midnight, I was streaming, and I did a double take on the server maintenance notice, and it was written from 4 to 7 or something. It was basically written as at 9 o'clock on the daily reset, the banner will be live. But now they delayed this to, once again, 9 o'clock up to 1 PM my time, which sucks. Because I double and triple checked. So before going to sleep at, 1 AM, I double checked and it was still written that way. That's why I didn't... Yeah, it's just... I just dislike the fact that they do this like this. It's like, just give us the proper notice then. You will notice in advance if you're going to do the server maintenance. Because it has happened once before that they just had the banner go live on the daily reset, right? It's not common, but it happens. Okay, yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. That would be the easiest way to just sync up the server. But regardless, what we are going to do instead is, while the servers are offline, we're going to play a little bit of 7 Deadly Sins Origins. But what we can do in the meanwhile is we can check out maybe some animations then. We can talk a little bit about the kid. And then once we get bored talking about the kid, we can see. You said something, Hakim. No, wait, who said this? Let me scroll up real quick. Oh, Niva was it? Is this the gameplay? Okay, let's pull this up here. No, we can watch the stuff right now. I was waiting for the animations because, well, you know, if I'm going to be live anyways and be able to pull for the character, then I can kind of experience it in game. But in this case, we can watch it together. Because if I'm going to scroll over to Reddit and stuff like that, I will see it anyways. So let's turn this one here down and just let's watch what's going to happen here. I hike expecting quite a lot, not gonna lie. So he has to have his whirl attacks like that in the Shikai form, and maybe his Getsugas that he's going to blast or something, or any kind of cool moves on the, like the Blitz moves. Oh yes, yes, this looks good, okay. There he goes. Ooh. Wait, he goes straight to the bunker? What was that? Wait, is bunker just one animation? No. Oh, he does the pose. Sick. Wait, he slips in and out of the bunker? There was a heal animation. Yeah, I know. I wanted to showcase this because it's just like it's on a really the craziest quality of live improvement just being added in this Ulk. Let me go back real quick. Let me mute this. I don't enjoy this one. We're going back to. Like, they just added the smallest of advice, of notice into the notes. This looks great. This is basic attacks. We will never see those. So if his ultimate is Bankai, then this must be the battlefield skill, right? Usually when he has a battlefield skill, they do some cinematic stuff. This is crazy. Ulk Mogs in animation? I don't think so. This looks crazy. Look at this. This looks absolutely diabolical good. When does this swap into... He does this in Shikai, right? Is this a different animation? Look at this. Absolutely insane. Sorry for the coughing, by the way. So this must be the ultimate. Oh, this looks so sick. This looks like a special attack. This here. This looks like a battlefield skill too. So he looks great. This looks great. Is this his counter animation? That's one sick counter animation. Yeah, I don't think Ulquiorra mocks him. I think Ulquiorra is really nice, very, very beautiful to watch. The thing is, what I really like is that we get the base form for him, right? But he's not doing any zero skuras. So they kept the Zero Oscuras for the boss phase. Okay, we're going to check out the skill thingy in a second. I have a feeling Segunda Etapa will like gap the whole game animation wise. These animations are insane for a free-to-play character, by the way. Is Loki balanced damage-wise? I think you will have. I think it was the boundary. Was it the boundary? I saw something about a mention about armor defense penetration. If it's not 50 or 60%, if it's higher than that, then you might have a really good full assault character there. I'm expecting him like at B4, B6, he should be as good as Toshiro, technically. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's pull up the notes here. Sorry guys for the presentation, that's all I have. I have just my notepad. Why does crazy ult damage? They need to add triple transformation characters? Man, where are we, man? Are we in Dragon Ball Legends? We cannot do that. Okay, so let's see. Basic attack. We have just continuous slash. Instinct explosion state. Okay, what is the passive first? Here. Flashbang, is this CSGO? Can you even play Grimjoe with animations? Okay, so the core passive is Instinct Explodes. After getting 2 points of Instinct points, the inner holo will enter the Instinct Explosion state, which will increase its own attack power by 20% and release the 4th stage of basic attack, the 2nd stage of technique, and the counterattack in the initial release state. So in the Shikai. Okay. All of which will consume 1 instinct point to release a Getsuga Tensho. Which was what we saw with the cinematic there, right? And then we have sub-skills when the Hino, Holo, and Ichigo are in the same team. That's the 30% attack power increase. I'm going to read the kit, but I don't think that this will be enough. I'm going to be honest. No, Blackie. I try to be as relatable as possible, except for my very, very favorite character. I will not go for B6s. I will do B0s, B1s, B2s, depending on the character. Supporter, I will try to keep the supporter at B0 so that my power level is lower in that sense, so that I can, for example, go B2 on the full assault characters. And Tacticians is between B0 and B1, rarely B2. I went to B2 for Soifon because it's just a 20% damage increase, and I just can discount 20% of the damage that she deals to compare it to other Tacticians then. It's a little bit easier to do. But generally, I will try to be as on the level that a free-to-play or low spender will be too. So, sub-skills. Passive boost 1. Fighting Resonance. When the Hino Holo critical hit damage in combat is increased 45%. Is this stage 1? What is this 75% crit damage increase then maxed out? Yeah, Gagan. I'm going to. But the problem is, the game itself changed the maintenance schedule when I was going to sleep. So I play global, which means if you're just here for the summons, for the gameplay, we'll have this in about, what is it? 4 hours of time. So if you join back in 4 hours from now, basically, then I will have the gameplay. And yeah, they do it every single time, but they had one time where they didn't do this. So I was kinda, because there was no short notice and etc. I kinda was like, okay, maybe this time maybe this time I can wake up at a proper hour and they will have it going. But yeah, we are going to play a little bit of Seven Deadly Sins Origin afterwards. But I will just talk a little bit about the game in itself, and then we're going into the waiting room, so to speak. So every time Getsuga Tensho hits a target, its slash resistance will be reduced 70.25%. Jesus Christ. One time it got worse, yeah. I don't think you can skip him. I'm going to be completely honest. He just here, just this passive alone, gaps by Byakuya. Just this here, gaps Byakuya. And it's not even close. Every time Getsuga Tensho hits a target. Because he says here that you, after getting 2 instinct points, you convert your Inner Hollow into Instinct Explosion, and then you can create Getsuga Tenshos, right, with 1 instinct point. So you can space them out, but you can also stack them fairly fast here. I mean, I'm going to max him in a sense to level 100, C5, but I will have comparison between the C1 and the C5 queue. So I will gradually scale up the investment into White Ichigo, but I will keep him first at B0 and at most B1 at most. But I will see. I wanna have showcases that are relatable to the everyday gamer, right? And at B6 you might be able to, because one of the things that the game does is this the game in maintenance now? Let me check. Not yet. Maybe one or maximum at most 2. The only 2 characters at P6 is Aizen, and I kinda, although I love him, it is a big problem because I cannot test him properly. And then you're my Kenpachi here. You could test him with Urahara and he did 140 mil. What was? But the problem is, who does he pair? Yeah, I mean it's fair, but who does he pair him with? The problem when we take a look only at the damage done, if he's doing, yeah, so if he uses a B6 Kenny for example, right? Then that's valid. But the problem with just seeing numbers, the question is how much damage would Kenny deal with Aizen, for example, right? And then see how much more White provides, because when Gin first came out, Gin was doing 120 billion damage, and then Eliel came out and he does only 10 million damage, and then but the 110 billion damage comes from Eliel. It doesn't mean that Gin got worse, it just means that the damage shifts. And just seeing the pure damage numbers doesn't really mean much to me, because I want to see the relation to the characters that he's being played with. Because if I'm going to detract, for example, if I'm giving White Ichigo so much uptime that my Kenpachi at B6 is losing 20% of his damage, then that's not worth it. I was really lucky here. I was really lucky. So up until this point, I bought the auto pack the other day. So in total, my account now, I've spent 815 bucks. With White in there? Yeah, but that's a B6 Mayuri. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, in total, yeah. But I haven't used up everything yet. So if you take a look at my Jades here, I have also a lot of tickets left. But this is like, The thing is, I'm buying the packs up just enough to be able to... You can see here how many tickets I have left, right? And the main reason why I'm doing this, so the 850 bucks that I spend is mostly for the next P6 too. So if at any time we get a Bankai Yama, I will B6 him and then I don't have to spend any more money. Yeah, Jolie, does Yoli or Jolie? Sorry, I don't want to mispronounce your name. But I'm fairly open when it comes to my spending because I just want to showcase. First and foremost, I kinda have to spend money, but I also want to showcase what you can get for that type of money, right? Because this is not... I try to emulate a free-to-play account or a low-spender account where I can showcase the characters at B0, B1, B2. But realistically speaking, the amount of options that I have, you don't have as a low-spender, right? If you just buy the monthly pass, for example, you're not going to have this kind of account, for sure. But I try to be as relatable as possible. So only my favorite characters, like for example Kenpachi, are going to be B6. Everything else, we're going to keep this. And supporters, I will keep the supporters at B0. And there are two reasons why. The main reason is because my Kisuke is B2, B3. And he's going to stay that way. Maybe I will add the B4 if I get a Duke, just for the reduction, just for the quality of life, right? But I'm not even sure about that, to be honest. And the main reason why is because most people, when they pull supports, they pull a B0 support, and you want to be doing the test in and kind of compare those supports to Kisuke. Yeah, I saw that, but I wanted to mention this because it's like in a, where is it? I think it was here. It's like, give me 1 second, here. And I'm like, dude, it's on the very end. This is one of the biggest improvements that they have brought into the game. And it's just like this small bit, this speck of a text here. It's crazy. Yeah, but content creation in general is kind of expensive, I have to be honest. I use various services for thumbnails and stuff like that. CapCut, for example. I know there is a free version, but I try to work with a free version, and it's not. I feel kind of constrained in what I can do with it. And yeah, so in total I spent over 1,200 bucks or something on just content creation. The best passive for white stamps? What do you mean, Mitsu? White buffs like crazy. Yeah, G, the thing is, like I said, just this year, where was it? This year. Just this part here gaps Byakuya. Byakuya with his ultimate will have 54% slash resistance down. And just this here does the same thing. The interesting part would have been if Giku could have done. Oh, why is my tab crashed here? Did Giku test Bankai ICHIGO too? Yeah, like I said, like just this alone gives you enough, and then he provides more damage too. On attack power increase 15% here. You have another 20% here. Let me. Yeah, trash resistance. I like that one. He didn't test it? Wait, he did not test? Why not? But that's the main question that people want to have answered. I cannot test this because my Bankai ICHIGO is B2. He's bad. Bro. How is what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm calling out Giku here. That's bullshit. Okay, that makes more sense. If he wants to separate the videos, that's fine. If he just says that Banka Ichigo is bad, he didn't care. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but that's not how you do. That's not how you do. I mean I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to say how anybody has to manage his own content, okay? But I'm just saying that if you're going to be 6 characters, how can he do a tier list then if he doesn't even test the characters? But that's such a bad take, by the way. Bankai Ichigo's buffs have been phenomenal. Like, legit. But you cannot say that if you don't test it, because with the buffs that Bankai Ichigo got, his damage profile switched so much so that when he is paired into a fight where he needs to time freeze and he needs to burst into a specific window, he's so much better than Kenpachi. Kenpachi has the weakness that he doesn't have any time freeze and he relies a lot on this. Yeah, White Kid is changed as well. We are going through it. Good morning, Malako. Malako, we are early. Yeah, but I'm calling that out. Yeah, but you cannot do a tier list if... Is Bankai is B4 as well? Yeah, we'll take a look, Justin. Let me... Manako. We got baited, yes. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the... Bro, come on. Just real quick. Do we still have it? No, it's gone. Crap. Like, Banka Ichigo, I don't have stamps on them. Oh no, yes, I do. I mean, just being able to do stuff like this for low spenders and this is so good. You can burst so hard into the dissipation just from the get-go. You can burst so hard into dissipation from the get-go that Kenpachi cannot do that. Like, I don't understand. That's a massive L take, not gonna lie. Kenpachi is great, I love Kenpachi. But that's a L take, a major L take. Banka Ichigo is majorly underrated then, if that's the case. Like, no. Just no. Yeah, they changed it again, Malako. So, okay. Again, I still think, just by seeing his core passive, I don't think that he is a skip, unfortunately. Because just this year alone, there is nobody in the game, no support in it. You can do double support in the game, but nobody gives you 54% damage increase, just flat out. But his Kiske is B2, and his Mayuri is B6. He's comparing apple to oranges. From my point of view, which character will be hyped? In what way? In terms of who goes with white? Let's see the dodge effect here. Nope, nothing. Counter. swings the Zampak to counterattack. So that was the counterattack. Releasing the counterattack will also consume 1 instinct point. Oh, that's sick. Ooh. If 1000 Year Blood War is coming, yeah, Thunder Kitty Orochi. That's for sure. I just want to have Shunsui, I'm not gonna lie. Shunsui, for whatever reason, has nearly always been done dirty in games. You go and watch Rebirth of Souls, he wasn't done properly. You go watch any kind of gacha game like Bleach Soul Resonance, no, Bleach Soul Resonance, Bleach Brave Souls, sorry, and his banka was done dirty. He had one really good one, the very first 1000 Year Blood War arc character there that was actually quite good at the time. But besides that, Shunsui has always been kinda meh as a character. You take a look at the games, like the 3D game for example, right? In Immortal Soul he was the same. So Bleach Soul Resonance has to do one with Toshiro. What is going on? My brain. Medication is kicking in, sorry. One good Shunsui. I was reading Jugram and I was thinking about adult Toshiro would be hyped here. He has, yeah. But to be honest, if somebody can do it, then Bleach Soul Resonance can. The devs are high-key goated. Okay, so Battlefield skill. Yeah, okay, this is Battlefield skill amount and instinct point. So he has 2 types. Makes sense. So he has a max cap of 2 instinct points. The Battlefield skill, smashing run on dead strike, the normal attack, special attacks, and technique of any character in the team will increase Battlefield skill amount. Oh, no build up whatsoever? No nothing? Huh. Yeah, you cannot compare. That's like me comparing my B6 Kenny to B2 Banka Ichigo. You cannot compare it. I don't know. Bankayama would definitely be super hype. I think personally, if they can do a proper Byakuya, that would be nice too. I wouldn't mind a proper Byakuya. It's kinda a shame that they power crept standard SSRs so fast. Let's see, can I still go in-game? Yeah, the thing here is... Oh, oops, this is the wrong one. Kisuke himself is really strong. Like the B2 is for sure one of the major spikes that he has. Then you have this, the level here increase on the ultimate gives a little bit more crit damage too. And this here is crazy. This here is really, really good. The crit damage increase here. Hey Cypher, good morning, hello! How is it going? So yeah, you have a lot of power here. Will it be better than a B6 Mayuri when you are pairing him with Kenpachi? Highly unlikely. Right? But that's not how you test characters. You're not going to test... If I'm going to compare Banka Ichigo with Kenny, then I want to compare them on even playing fields. Hey John Hyrule! Oh. Yeah, it's like you cannot I understand. Like whatever how do you put this? Gekko provides a lot of value when you wanna see what a character can do at the max rate, right? At B6 and everything else. It's great, super. But he's not really somebody who really tests characters. And that's fine. I'm not expecting him to. I'm not going to watch Formula 1 and expect wheel-to-wheel race like in GT3, you know? Even though both are racing, it's not the same. And that's the same for content creation too. And that's for example, if I play Grand Cross, right? and I just want to have good news, I want to have valuable information, quick, digestible, then I watch, for example, Amazing. If I want to see what a character can do properly in a proper environment, then I watch my Lily or whatever his name is, right? So I understand that he doesn't want to invest into Bankai Ichigo. I understand if he doesn't have joy or fun in Bankai Ichigo, why should he, right? But I just think it's a L take to then go and tell people that Bankai Ichigo sucks if you cannot even test it properly. Thank you, Niva. And to be fair, right? This is the part that I truly enjoy. I enjoy. No, we don't have one. We are sitting here on global, just biding our time. Wait, guys, wait. Let's check out the banner actually. Ooh, this one is nice. I think it's until 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time. So basically 3 hours and 40 minutes from now. Oh, I like this one. Let's see. This should work well actually with Bankai Ichigo, right? Oh, we didn't get a nameplate here. Okay. I'm sorry, by the way, for the coughing and everything. I'm still... It got a little bit worse with the sickness, but I hope it's going to get better. Yeah, I'm at level 80, yeah. I reached level 80 like 3 days ago or something. It's a thing he says, don't use Ichigo. Again, I think people really underestimate how strong Bankai Ichigo is. Like, Bankai Ichigo and Kenpachi are two of the same units, but they're like for different purposes, right? Bankai Ichigo is great for bursting, for short-term stuff, when you can really put together the cooldowns proper. You cannot do that with Kenpachi. Kenpachi has a certain combat flow, and there is nothing in this world that will ever stop him from having this flow. There is nothing. So if the combat that he is going to go in is different to the flow that he wants to play with, like for example Yami, no good. No good. I mean, you can see how much I struggled at B1 against Ulquiorra in the tower. I personally still use Bankai Ichigo to note. I don't have Kenny, but I've played him through the trial stuff. Yeah, and then at the end of the day, it's also preference. Give us a breakdown. Now, like, Kenpachi has two power spikes. The first major power spike after the buffs, okay? I'm not going into the whole buff situation where the B1 was really strong. But after the buff, this is the first major power spike. Okay? Because this shifts the damage around to his ailment damage. Then the second power spike is his weapon. His weapon is insane. You combine those two together, which is a massive amount of jade that you have to bring up for a character, and he is crazy good. But the problem is, when you build Kenpachi, then he scales very well with every stat in the game, because of the way that he works, but he needs to be at 100% crit rate. Okay? He doesn't have stamps right now, because I was doing stuff with the stamps. But he needs to be at 100% crit rate, because everything he does reverberates the damage, and that damage, not on the weapon, but on his passive, is ailment damage. So suddenly, when you have a high crit rate, ailment damage becomes really, really strong. Which is why my Yuri supports him so well compared to Kisuke. Because at a certain point, yes, you crit, but the crit damage that you provide is not outscaling the ailment damage from the cleave. So when you bring in my Yuri, you get the crit damage, but you also get the ailment support. That's why my Yuri is so strong with Kenpachi. But you need to have higher boundaries on my Yuri too for this to work. So the B4 here, it's nice, but it's not really that big of a thing. Oh no, Gagan, he is built, but I was testing stuff around, so as you can see, I have multiples type of sets. I have all damage here, ailment damage bonus crit rate, I have ultimate damage here, and for everything that I need, I have different set stamps. I know it's crazy, but if you have a B6, you should have. So this is just basically, this here is my go-to if I need burst on demand. Like for example, if I don't care if I overcharge my ultimate on the second or third go around, because I want to have burst in my first go around. A good fight example for this would be Byakuya, right? If you have Byakuya, if you fight Byakuya, you want to have his ultimate as soon as possible, which is also why, for example, I have attack, I have ailment, and I have also ultimate charge rate. So in a fight against Byakuya, where I want to have his burst during the Bankai, when he's dissipated, to push him as soon as possible into the last phase, this is what I need. And the thing is, playing Kenpachi is to know how to push your damage so that you can gain ultimate charge the proper way. I think for White it will highly likely be his own. I think it's 69. Nice. Let's see real quick. $67 currently. I should have been higher. Never mind. But yeah, so this is really nice, but a lot of the majority of his damage doesn't come from this. It comes really from the cleave. And this here is the second biggest power spike that he has. Because this, coupled with his weapon, is where he really gains the damage. And if you do the breakdown with Bankai ICHIGO, his first big power spike is his B1, his second is his B2, and his weapon, while it's really nice, especially for the crit rate, you just need it for the afternoon images, right? So he's cheaper to build for more, and you don't have to reset him on the stats, because Bankai ICHIGO, you can just go for crit rate, attack, crit damage, and that's it. You don't care. Okay? But for Kenpachi, for example, if you have a 1 weapon, you can live with 70% crit rate. If you have the weapon at A5, you need 100% crit rate. Which at this current moment, this means that the only viable way to do so is either having a crit rate stamp here, or you pair him with Kisuke and Yachu, but then you lose a lot of damage because Yachu, while she is great and she provides a lot to the team, to the Kenpachi team, but you don't have the battlefield skill, you have a lot that is missing. In fact, trying to do Yami this way, you also don't have time freezes, right? And the problem with Kenpachi, he has 0 time freezes. 0. Even this here, tap basic attack again after the first follow-up attack. Where was it? Yeah, here. Dodging or waiting too long during the time stop ends the spiritual pressure burst. This here is not a time stop. This is not a time stop for Kenpachi. So if you play him double support, you're going to lose a lot of damage because you have to swap him out while he's doing stuff to rebuff him with Kisuke, but that you are not dealing any damage, right? And this problem ICHIGO doesn't have. Now, if White comes in, and White is able to provide the sustained damage during the periods that Kenpachi is on the field and can be swapped out, then that's a different story, right? But so can Bankai Ichigo. That's why I'm saying it's not a fair comparison, because the weakness that Kenpachi has is the strength of Bankai Ichigo, and the weakness that Bankai Ichigo has is the strength of Kenpachi. Okay, let's continue taking a look at the kit here. Yeah, I'm going over the kit. Element stacker. Again, sorry guys for the coughing, but I caught myself a cold. And yeah. Okay, so let's take a look. We already know that his passive alone is better than Byakuya. This is great, by the way. Guys, do they listen to my stuff that I say? This is exactly what I was talking about. Just put a 0.9 second cooldown on the effects and you will never have the problem. Are they listening? Just kidding. One can dream. Go back to Gin. Do it with Gin 2, please. Yeah, this is the exact thing that I mentioned. That if you put just a 0.09 second cooldown in it, then you have the 1 second application, right? I think Tambourine Jin is about a second, so technically this should work fine with Bankai Ichigo. So, okay, you do damage with on-field characters, but White, you get instinct points, and then you gain full energy. This gives smashing rondos. No, other way around. You get smashing rondos, and that gives you instinct points. Smashing round dance. I think this is the smashing rondo, right? Dragging a wide range in the direction. Ooh, this is really nice. This is a really nice utility. You know who doesn't benefit from it? Bankai Ichigo. Bankai Ichigo's passive is so useless now. Please buff Bankai Ichigo's passive. Wow. Yeah, this is high. This is kinda high, not gonna lie. Yeah, I can guess so. We haven't had a tactician that has a 54%. How much is this? Wait. If this is the maxed out stats, which I guess it is. So you're at 34.5 with 2 stacks. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the same as Byakuya. He buffs himself. We haven't had a character that buffs himself with 50% damage increase. So for those that don't know how resistances work, 1% resistance down is basically 1% damage increase. That's why the resistance down on the what's it called? On the perks, on the stamp perks, are so bad compared to the all damage increase. Is there a Ichigo White special animation? I don't know. White Byakuya reskin? No, because he deals damage. Yeah, okay, so we were here. This is an insane amount of multiplier, by the way. And he buffs himself crit damage too. The Hina Holo jumps high and swings the Zanpakuto. Okay, Jesus. What are these multipliers? Oh, so this is during the instinct burst phase. Yeah, I can see why. The inner holo releases the power of the Zanpakuto and enters Bankai state. Swings out, I get Getsuga Tensho. Wait. Where's the Getsuga Tensho here? Slash. Do we have... It's just additional. Okay. Yeah, I'm just telling you guys, I don't think he's a skip. I don't think you can skip him. The problem with... it depends, it really depends. I haven't played the White Ichigo, obviously, right? But if Ichigo is able to chain a few attacks back to back, then he should be able to get his ultimate back without having ultimate charge rate. No, Malaku, please. Okay. Byakuya is so bad that he's not even bad enough to displace our beloved Baldy guy, okay? Ikaku has the spot for the most useless unit in the game. Yes, even over Chad. Because it's Chad. Switch the... okay. This is crazy. Oh, here it is. So it's not the same Getsuga Tensho, it's a different one. Yo, what is with this ultimate? Basic attack is greatly strengthened and chain attacks can be released in the background. What do they mean by in the background? You can cancel out of it? Ikaku doesn't have more value than Byakuya. Byakuya is just, you drop his Bankai and you have a 54% damage increase to whoever is your slash main DPS. I will. So, just to get this straight, he deals 588% attack power, which is not that much, right? But then he goes into instinct explosion state, which means he's able to do the... Okay, he doesn't gain any battlefield skill amount. So it's similar to Nell, that you have, once he's in ultimate, once he's in instinct explosion, you really want to benefit from him being on the field then. That's a counter. No, it's 54%. I would like to trash Byakuya, but Byakuya has one singular use, and that is you equip him with everything related to support, and then you just drop the Bankai, and that's it. He's amazing for that. The inner holo power is considered on Tenza Zangetsu, and then he slashes a huge... What is this ultimate? What is this ultimate? Wait. So instinct explosion, this means he gets the 2 points here, right? This is instinct point. Because instinct explodes. After gaining 2 instinct points, you enter the instinct explosion state. So if you enter instinct explosion state, you get 20% more attack. And you release Getsuga Tenshos. Are these at the same attack as this? Or are they the same attack as this? Because this is crazy. Yeah, that's... holy crap. This is a high damaging ult. Okay, I will see the rest. Let me see. Basic attacks. These are kind of important because in the instinct explosion you can use this, right? You consume it for 1 Getsuga. Basic attack during. This is during the Bankai state. What is this? This is when he jumps up, right? And then he finishes off with a Getsuga. What is this? What are these multipliers? Where are you? Here. Bro, look at this. These are full assault type multipliers that he has. What is going on? Watch, look at this. I mean, he rivals the Kendo here. That's crazy. Yeah, but the ailment wasn't really there to do damage, as far as I've understood it, right? From the little bit that I read about people talking about it, it seemed like it was more a trigger for Mayuri to be working with him well. I mean, we are talking high damage here. Jeez. Okay. Throw. This is what the... Oh, okay, this was a special attack. Yeah, look at this. When drawing the knife, it will also release a Getsuga, causing damage. Okay, so do we have different types of Getsuga dealing different types of power, but he gains an instinct point here. Oh, yeah, but this is from the... Okay, I get it. The teammate's healing attack will be automatically released. Yeah, they mean counter-attack here. That's normal, that's fine. Yeah, like damage, no. Aizen is, at B0, B1, Aizen is nowhere close to this. This is crazy. I mean... This is 2k here. Which is not fair, because he also has Ravage, right? So this is more likely... around about 3.5k maybe? Bro, he doesn't need any more buffs, please stop buffing him. Please, for the love of God, stop buffing Aizen. Yeah. Technique. So how much uptime does he have on the field though? Because he's compensating here quite a lot. He's similar to Neliel? Give me a second. Let me finish reading the kids and then you can spoil me. This here is, yeah. It ends badly at the end. Butterfly Aizen comes out. Yeah, maybe that's why. He's transcending. His Hogaku is working for him even in the game. Yeah, this is strong. This is a strong kid. The base kit here alone is really strong. Let me go and copy and paste the boundaries here.
You can rest here. Lay your heart down.
Okay, boundaries.
Oh, your heart aches.
Sangetsu slash support drops and slash is gonna be nutty. I feel like this is already crazy.
I am your shelter.
Aizen's just at the top. Yeah, he must be. That's nice. So what's his portion of battlefield skill damage then? Around, I would guess, 25 to 30% of his overall damage is battlefield skill. Jesus Christ. What is this? Even slash damage increase 30%. I haven't read any slash damage increases in his kit, which makes this really, really powerful. This reads like a strong B1. The damage caused by special attacks is increased by 50%. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's strong. That's a strong beat here. This is a really strong beat here. This is absurd, not gonna lie. Every time the Inner Hollow releases Getsuga, the all-skill mastery of all characters in the team will increase, but what the? Yeah, but the thing is, Soifon has everything in her before basically, right? And for White Ichigo it's just spread all over. Hey, by the way, Yusuk, welcome. Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? I would guess this is 50-50 case, right? Uptime wise. This feels like a 50-50 uptime wise. B6. Every time Getsuga is released, several additional dummy bullets will be released to attack the target. What? What? Hold up. Where is his weapon? I need to see his weapon in the score. Jesus. Oops, what is this? Let's look like this. We have also the fiver here. Okay, let's read. Yeah, I'm going to read the weapon right now. When the battle begins, your own spiritual pressure will immediately increase your maximum value. Fair. Every time you enter the instinct explosion state, you can immediately click the counter button to release the Inner Hollow counterattack. Where's the counter again? Yeah. This has very good value with this here. Holy crap. God. So if you have his weapon and you have the B6, every single time you use his counter, this will get triggered. So if you can pace yourself on this cooldown here, this is crazy. I mean, I'm expecting him to be able to be on par with Kenpachi or Bankai Ichigo at B6. If not even better, to be honest. After any character in the team releases a counterattack. Okay. You start with full spiritual pressure, which means you can immediately counterattack, right? And this is maxed out as a 50% crit. And you get crit hit damage. Wow. After consuming 3 instinct points, the damage of the battlefield skill that low will be increased by 100%. Wait, is this the same? Yeah, this is the same on the weapon too. So the A5 quote-unquote only gives you 50%, 25% crit rate more and 30% crit damage. Yeah, I think boundary is here over the weapon. If you have to spend Jades, if you have to spend Jades, then the boundary is over the weapon, 100% of the time. This here, having this here is not good enough. Because with all the crit damage that we have in the game currently, maybe if you play Kenpachi Mayuri setups, maybe this has some additional value, right? But 75% crit isn't too hard to achieve. This is really good. Yeah, but the thing is, it is really, really good. But when you go to 50% crit rate, right? It's not like you are getting 100% more crit damage through it. And if I look at this here, like the general rule is every 2 weapon dupes is 1 boundary. Okay. So if every 2 weapon dupes is 1 boundary, and you can increase his damage just flat out by 30%, then you go, and this is just on his instinct explosion, which is a really high damaging attacks. So basically you increase his damage here by 15% overall, at least, I guess, 15 to 20% at least. We don't even need with the core. Yeah, I'm going to go into the core right now. But this B6 seems busted. Okay, let me copy here everything that I have here left. Core Stamp. The critical damage caused by the first and second special moves, as well as the basic attacks during the bunker phase, is increased by 50%. Wow. Bro is overloaded with damage, what the heck? The damage of the whole team's slash damage is increased by 10%. And this goes up to 20%, that's crazy. So he has 20% here at max. And he has another slash mastery 20% here. And if you got him to B4, you gave him another skill mastery here. Jesus. Yo. When the inner hollow is in the background, the effect is additionally increased by 10%. What? So, wait, in the background, does it mean that when you animation cancel and he's still doing attacks in the background? Because I'm guessing for how long his animation are that you can cancel out of it, right? Oh no, it's just backline. This is meant as backline, okay. When the inner hollow is switched back to the foreground, so it's a 30% damage increase. The additional bonus effect will disappear after 10 seconds. Okay. Wow. What a utility boost. What a utility boost. What? Okay, I hope... I know it seems kinda wasted, but this is a massive utility boost. It's just passive healing. You can tank any damage with Kenpachi with this. Okay, the only part that I don't like on this whole kit, and this is the only one, okay? In everything that he does, what I've wished for is that he would give super armor to Bankai Ichigo. That's the only thing. Make him protected when he's doing his attacks, and that would have been much, much nicer. So this here could have been maybe bound to a shield too. Just a small shield. Anything to not interrupt Bankai Ichigo. That would have been really, really nice. This part here could have been a little bit more. But the health recovery is really strong. Really benefits Kenpachi. Set stamps. After team character uses counterattack, the Vira's kill mastery is increased by 10%. Yeah, that's similar to, I think, Neliel's, right? Yeah, this is really strong. This is a separate instance, by the way. So this is basically like the damage increase from Kiske stamps. I mean, same can be said for Kenpachi here. But it's nice to have healing, because you know that it's going to get value. Chat, what do you think is better, B0A5 Kenpachi or B0A1 White? B0A5 Kenpachi is lacking too many instances of damage scaling to be really benefiting from the A5. That's a crazy kit though. Where's my... Let's rewatch this. Wait, it's not the correct one? This looks so cool. He gains crit in his core? How much? So he gains crit damage and crit rate in his core. That's a nice looking ult. Was that a smash rondo? The whirl attack there? Hey, Flash got hacks? No, it's not. I was early. Name of change? 9 name change? Do you have new videos about him? Can you link me the videos in the Discord? Oh god. You hate how there are no fake outs in the summons? Well, at least you know what you get. Funny project, let's not talk about it. You know, when you say this, then oftentimes it means that we need to talk about this. Especially we need to talk about this. But it's fine. So yeah. BBS fake outs, oh my god. Malaku, he means like in the summoning animations, usually it seems like you get nothing, but then a fake out happens, and you get a special animation to send it. Was it on Reddit maybe? Let me open up Reddit real quick. can hear if getting SSR or nothing. It was just a taunt that no one would change hex in their names. So a few guys started and we made a streamer cry for getting emotional. Okay. I don't have the proper context here, I guess, to make a judgment call. So we're living at that. You don't know in which direction, left or right. If you're going down, straight down the middle. Yeah, but listen, as much that Sayala Poro will help in the Spirit team, but he's very limited into only Spirit team. And he's good. Don't misunderstand, he's good. But I don't know. You don't have a Slash team currently if you don't have White Ichigo. That's the reality here. You despise the SR Plus system. I think the SR Plus system is a good implementation. What I don't like is that you have to choose either one or the other to be 6. That's my only problem. Because if they add more, then it means it takes me 18 months to be 6 somebody. That doesn't make much sense. So it should have been both. When you say it like that, Zephyr, it sounds like Ulquiorra is limited in the way that, you know, that it's bad. Yeah, his quality is really nice. I just like the thing that I really like is the fact that the devs really understand Bleach, because they're not using Oscuras here. That's so nice. It should have been limited. Oh yeah. I agree with that the base should have been limited too. Yeah. Okay, I misunderstood what you're saying there. I'm not going to read that, Zephyr. You said it. I didn't. But the thing is, if you have Aizen and you have Ulquiorra, like, the general question that you have to answer yourself is, what do you need Xyle for exactly? What do you need Xyle for that you cannot slot Kiskill into this? I think the SRB6 character should be buffed. Oh wait, sneeze. Slim match the SRB1 characters and are better than just flat B0 SSR characters, balance the game a bit. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Gilan. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Not exactly sure if I agree. The problem when you have like little differences between the rarities in power, right? then the problem becomes, why should you do one or the other? So if you get, for example, the SR's B6 at the power level of SSR B1, then why should you ever invest into SR pluses, right? Yeah, but I think eventually, Zephyr, we will get an SR Plus banner, and you will get just a ticket as an additional source of way to farm for them. But I think they cannot, maybe they're waiting for to have 3, 4, 5, 6 characters to be able to pull there. I mean, the problem with... Is the game still live? Yeah. It didn't kick me out, by the way. I think. The thing with SRs is that even at level 60, for example, the supports that you have are really good stand-ins. And regardless if you get SR Plus supports, you can always have a budget version. Like this SRs should be a budget version for you to build up characters to fill holes. And then you have the SR Plus, that if you don't go for the main character, for example, if you don't go for Grimjo Pantera, then you have a way, if you don't want to play with Yoruichi, you have a secondary way on still being able to slowly build up a strong full assault character. I think, generally speaking, I don't disagree with you in terms of buffing them, especially full assault characters here in every rarity needs to be buffed. Like Byakuya should be buffed too, because when they came out they were good. It's not like the B0. It's not like the B0 of the standard SSR wasn't good enough. But the problem is that we don't have. I mean, look, I am level 80. I don't have any copies of Byakuya, right? If you take a look, he's B2, and then who do you compare them with? It's like it's just not comparable to the premium characters. Yeah, that's exactly it, Flash. But that's the general consensus. The thing with Grimjo, with Pantera Grimjo, is that once you are going to go away from Soifon, if you have pulled the B0 for Soifon just to have the team, for example, then Grimjo will have more longevity, of course, because he will be able to apply his damage better outside of the Soifon teams. No! Damn you devs! Yo, they're watching my stream. They kicked me out manually. It's flat out faster to get B6 limited than getting B6 SR plus. Yeah, but Yusek, I think this is just my theory. I think they're still trying to find a proper way to balance the SR pluses. SR plus penna, that's what I already mentioned. Gee, that's a good idea actually. If you don't want to pull for white and just wait for Ulquiorra. Your phone won't survive Ulquiorra, but the 3 seconds that you're having Ulquiorra being playable, it will be glorious. So who cares? And if you ask my ex, she was always glad that 3 seconds is all it takes to be enjoyable. Oh, John, you were in the game too. Jack says, you know what, how about give SR Plus at max level skills and passive, the main reason why Discord is building them if you have a better version build. I think the main idea of the SR Plus is really to give us a way to still have a secondary form to the character that they are releasing that is hype. Because we shouldn't forget, right? We're still dealing here with Shueisha. So we don't exactly know how limited they are in what they do. And yeah, I mean, it's a difficult balancing act, you know. Personally, this is just me. I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. I wouldn't put too much weight into it because for a free-to-play, like just strictly free-to-play player, it is a great way to save resources because the game is evolving in a way that you want to really concentrate. Once you have the horizontal progression done, once you have your team set, once you get all the free-to-play resources from an event, then what you want to start building up is going vertical, right? In 3 hours. So you want to go vertical, and that means that you have to save as much jade as possible. So if their solution to participate in such events like festivals, like half-year anniversary, is to give us SR plus and you have something to play with, then it's quite nice. I understand. I really do that we want to be able to play with every single version that the game has to offer, but at the same time, we don't know what kind of schedule that they need to adhere to, right? Because I really think that the 1000-Year Blood War arc that is coming, if they are going to release characters for this, I think they didn't plan for them at all. Your conclusion is that Yoruichi on B6 will always be ahead of the lower boundary Grim? Yeah, but this is the same thing that I said, right? If you have a strike team that already works, if you have Soifon, B1, B2 for example, and you have Yoruichi already built, B4, B6, whatever the case may be, even just B2, because why would you, if that strike team is all you need, if you're looking for different characters and that's just like quote-unquote a filler team that you want to use for, or if they're just already your favorite pair to be played with, then why should you go for anything else, right? Then you save your resources because strike team is already checked, and then you can go vertical on somebody else. Like if somebody like White ICHIGO comes out, right? You put Grim just for the event. I generally feel that Grimjo, how should I put this? The levels of damage that he can deal, the scaling of his damage, it's absolutely crazy. Like, as a full assault character, he is for sure S tier. I would even rank him higher than Gin, because Gin has a fantastic kit by itself, but the scaling of the damage in itself isn't as high, right? You hit your windows, you hit the damage that you do, and that's fine. But Grimjo is flexible in how he applies damage. And then when you have flexible ways of applying damage, that's the way that you can extract that much more damage out of character, like Grimjo does. It's insane how much value you can gain out of it, even at lower boundaries. He's amazing, yeah. John, I was like, please don't kick me. I'm sorry, I don't speak Arabic, but I appreciate you joining the stream. Yeah, like, again, if you have a B6 Euro, if you have a B4 Euro, then it makes sense, but the damage that I'm pulling off with Grimjo is crazy. Malaku, don't... Why? When is maintenance over? In about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Why do you hate using Soifon? She's amazing. Yeah, that B2 of Soifon is just degenerate. just a flat out 20% damage increase. So I found it's the easiest unit to understand. Yeah, but she has some intricacies. For example, a lot of people that what they don't know is that if you have a full spiritual pressure bar, you can switch into another character without using the counter. Then you drop back into Soifon, and you just use the basic attack twice, and that gets you into the times up to trigger the counter. So you can kinda swap out of it without having to use it if you kinda want to delay the counter to dissipate the enemy and then deal damage. Like, she has small things in her kits that are not really explained. Another way is, of course, future content that needs multiple teams of the same faction. Yeah, but we already have this, right? We have, for example, the current tower has Slash, and then you have a secondary team. So if you have 2 Slash teams, you can climb the tower even without having the corresponding secondary team, which is quite nice. Did I... Give me 1 second. But yeah, Grimjoy is amazing. I mean, you have him at B2 with a B2 Soifon and a B0 Mayuri, and you pull nearly 6 million DPS. That's fantastic, man. I have to mute myself real quick. Give me 1 second. My nose is going to kill me. Malaku, is that where my money went for the belt? Into your B6, Grimjo? Yeah, Zephyr, please. You know what's the worst part of being sick, by the way? Just real quick, I will do we can chat a little bit, but if you guys don't mind, I can also play 7 Deadly Sins. Just real quick, I just want to mention this because now a lot of people are watching and it's important for me that you guys know this. And yeah, I'm having the worst day of my life because, well, I'm sick and I cannot taste coffee anymore. Just so you know. Alright, so we have a maintenance here. We went through the kit. We can take a look at Ulquiorra's kit if you guys want to. Oops. Malaku is loaded. Don't listen to him. He skipped 2 units. Yeah, he didn't. He skipped the SR pluses. You only have 1 B2 character and the rest is all B6s or what? Just... By the way, by huge luck, I just wanna ask, do we have whales in here? No, Jack. But it's fairly high. Usually when I was using them I had nearly a 100% uptime on that. But it's like a price that you take, you know, with you, that it's like, okay, instead of re-rolling, it's okay. If they would stack, it would be different, because these are like 3.6% damage increase. Alright. So, realistically speaking, we have two options here. And I want you guys to decide. What we can do is, because we have a maintenance right now for 3 hours, we either try to kinda, you know, play something different. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to make a poll here for you guys, and yeah, you can just tell me in Twitch chat 1 or 2. So option 1 is 7 Deadly Sins until the maintenance ends, or we are going to do a small break. I will go and take a nap and maybe sleep through the sickness a little bit more, and then we come back when the maintenance ends. These are the two options, and you guys can decide. I'm fine with either way. So 1 for 7 Deadly Sins Origins, 2 for taking a break. Because filling the 3 hours here without having something to play is kinda tough, not gonna lie. We played Warframe. The problem is that I cannot do that on this account. Because I really hate how the algorithm works, by the way. Option 4 in real live stream. When I'm sick, why did Okura award? Cap review. You're free to play with a B1 Aizen, B2 Sylphan, B2 Nell, and a B1 Toshiro. That's really good, actually. Very smart choices, too. Boosting up your tacticians is a really smart choice. Spit on the cam, bro? Dude! We need to find your girlfriend, man. Oh, you have already one. Do you talk dirty to her like that, too? Is she okay with it that you tell people, strangers, to spit on the cam? You have 3 things. I might do play ZZZ, BBS, or sleep. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, generally, I really wish ZZZ was... How should I put this? Not as mainstream. They made the game really mainstream. In your profile in-game? No, I didn't check the profile. I will check it out. Can you remind me once we go back into the game? You said it because you're sick. No, no, no. You said it because you are sick. You want a streamer to spit on the cam for your own pleasure? Bro, go seek help. What do you think will be worth it? B0 A5 Kenpachi, B0 A1 white? I don't think it's even close. Like, the A5 on Kenpachi only gains value once you are at B2. The way that Kenpachi scales is that every single boundary that he gets after the B2, like B2, B4, and B6, will add more to the damage profile that he has, and then the more important crit rate becomes, right? So you go B2 with Kenpachi, A5, you hit 100% crit rate, and then you go B4, B6. And that should be the highest spike in power for Kenpachi. You know, I feel you there, Jorn, but I think ZZZ's ailment system is better. I really... Is it called Discord? I don't remember what it's called. But the bursting of enemies is really cool in ZZZ. Because what I really like in ZZZ is that you can do different types of anomalies and still be able to support them with a proper support. Well, at least it was like that in the beginning. I don't know if they did something more. Yeah, beginner. That's why I said 7 deadly sins, because the problem, like, this is my major problem, okay? And this is something that I didn't know, by the way. Oh, I was playing PGR for a long time, but I haven't for 1.5 years, 2 years maybe. The problem with with streaming is that the AI in the background recognizes what you're doing. So if you're not streaming something that you're doing on your channel, then it gets confused and it kind of destroys your the background, the algorithm, how that works, which is so stupid, man. So basically, when I'm streaming on this account, I was thinking, by the way, when I do variety streams like this, I will use my other just normal account for this. There was a PGR and other collab? No! Okay. So, apparently, you guys are okay with it, to come back with maintenance. Let's just chat a little bit more. I'm just having a small breakfast here too. So let's go for another 4 minutes, up until past half or 10. And then I'm going to take a nap and come back refreshed, hopefully. As I might have to call in sick. I don't want to call in sick tomorrow. Tomorrow is such a chill day at work. I'm going on patrol for like 3.5 hours, and then I'm just sitting for 5 hours around, not doing nothing. Yeah, that's true. Like, my major problem with ZZZ, and this is a problem that I've always had with anime gacha games, is that I really don't mind female characters. I think ZZZ Wuthering Wave has a very cool, diverse cast of characters, but I'm sick and tired of having 3-4 main characters always being female and just being this typical stuff, you know? It's like, come on, man. You have such a cool idea with the ZZ stuff. You have the rocker bands, and then the only male character. You have one male character there? Really? I don't know. That kind of pisses me off, not gonna lie. That, and the second major point that I really disliked was that they took out the TV. I personally feel like the TV has made ZZZ quite unique. Taking it out makes the game way too mainstream. And nothing against mainstream stuff, right? It's just not the reason why I played ZZZ, because ZZZ had that kind of allure when it first started to be something different, right? And the story is quite enjoyable too. I really like the story. I like the whole setup. I think the characters, Billy, everybody is really well done actually. I don't feel like disconnected because I'm playing another male or female teenage main character, for example. I feel like the game was really well done, actually. And visually, the game is stunning. Yeah. I always compare this with Solo Leveling Arise, right? Solo Leveling Arise is a really fun game. You have so many characters from the main plot. Why in the heck are you using some abstruse, never seen character and make them lolly, for example? Why? For what reason? We already have badass characters, make them in the game first. I was going to say, imagine having just Yoruichi in different skins, but then again, Malako exists, so he alone would keep the game alive. It would have to be selling a lot of leatherware though. Yeah, I already took vitamins, by the way. You will go broke once exposed. You feel exposed, bro. You know what? You could have posted any picture of Lightning Cat Yoruichi. Any picture. There are a lot of pictures online about her in that form. I'm just saying, you choose a very specific picture to showcase her. So don't feel called out. I'm just stating, you know. It is the right one. I'm not arguing with it. I do agree with it, but I'm just saying. You posted it. I just put an heart on it. I just liked the fact that she's Cat Yoruichi, you know. I didn't like the pose, for sure. I really didn't like the pose. So your favorite character is Miyabi? I think I stopped before Miyabi released. Arba in about 2.5 hours. I don't know what you're talking about, Monaco. That never happened. That never happened. Fun fact, I got rid of those posters. Yeah, we did a kit breakdown. He looks really, really strong. We did a full kit breakdown here. But the core here isn't entirely correct. He also has crit damage, a crit rating here. Oh no, it's here, right. This here. It was in here, by the way. But we skimmed over it. You should be able to release Kitsuga's crit fairly quick. So yeah, just go full crit rate with him. I don't know if I like how crit heavy the game is. Either it's crit rate or it's crit damage. I feel like they need to find ways around it. Okay, so you guys voted. You want me to have at the highest peak of my brain processing power, which is quite nice of you to think like that, because my 2 brain cells really need it. And yeah, let's check once again the animations, and then we'll call it a day for the moment. No, how do you say this? Yeah, I'm not calling it a day, because we are going to be back on later. But I will just put up the live once again so that they can follow for the time that it should be releasing. He looks amazing. I cannot wait to put my hands on him. His animations look great. Let me see real quick. That's the Kitsuga. That's a fairly fast animation. He needs to have. I hope it's well voice lined. If he doesn't laugh and such, then it's already LL. You have Mrs. Gin, Kenpachi Mayuri, and Salaporo. Tried to get Sala, but my luck was terrible, and by the time I got Jade's backup, Grimjaw was about to release. From all the supports that I've seen, I think Salaporo is the most skippable because of his niche that he has. Yeah, Gin is a big miss. If you have Bankai Ichigo, you don't need Kenpachi. Like, genuinely, if I would... If I had to choose one or the other, if I have to pick either Kenpachi or Bankai Ichigo for a new account for like the next 6 months, I would most likely go with Bankai Ichigo. And there are 2 major reasons why. First, he's way cheaper to build. That's the first. And secondly, at B0, with the weapon, Kenpachi just doesn't feel as good to play him. He's so stat hungry. He wants ailment damage. He wants a little bit of ultimate charge rate. He wants a lot of crit rate. He wants a lot of crit damage too. I think it's fair. To be completely honest, they did a great job of having a decent power creep in the game. And if you're like, for example, Flash got Hex. He has Yoroichi very built, right? So why should he pull for Grimjaw? Why should he pull for more of Grimjaw? Because the amount of investment to bring Grimjaw on the same level as Yorichi with Soifon is quite high. So it makes it very skippable. And let's say, for example, you're a newer player, or maybe your account is building up more vertically than horizontally, which means you're going for the boundaries for specific characters instead of having more characters at B0. Then the SR Plus already provides a lot of utility to fill those holes. Even if they don't perform the highest, but eventually they can at B2, B3, B4.
to give you what you need, right? Because as a free-to-play and low spender, you're looking at getting the most out of the free rewards that you get. So you're trying to maximize the jade that you can get and stuff like that. So it's quite... It really depends on your account of if you want to skip half a year anniversary. But that said, I think, like, I will take my account as a consideration. I have a B6 Eisen. How high do I need to go with Ulquiorra for Ulquiorra to be able to compensate the damage loss of not having a double support?
Would I hear it anyhow? It's all in this place.
But the thing is, if you go for fun, right, then you want to have... It depends on what you consider fun. Like for some, they just like collecting. They don't care about the performance of the character, they just want to have every character, right? For some, for example, the fun is having their favorite unit as strong as possible so that they can play them as much as possible.
Hold our breath and let silence.
So it's a little bit different. I understand where you're coming from, but it's a little bit different. Grammy's Vision, I don't know yet. From the kit, he looks really, really strong. I would say just based on the kit that I saw through the reading of it, he's a must summon for Slash for sure. Because his passive alone is better than Byakuya. Yeah, so this is the thing, right? Let's say, for example, you're waiting for Vassal the ICHIGO. We can assume that Vassal the ICHIGO, he will not be Strike. As much as I troll Yuzik with it, to rage bait him a little bit, but he's not going to be Strike. He's also not going to be Thrust, so it's either Slash or Spirit. How likely is it that he's going to supersede the half-year anniversary unit? If Bankayama comes out and he's a Spirit character, for example, like, I think fun, because it's so subjective and you yourself have to find what is fun to you in the game, it's tricky. It's really tricky to really have a proper answer. Malaku, for example, he really likes Grimjo, so he B6 Grimjo, but he skipped 2 characters for this. He says, even though I'm sure he used the Swiss money to get because he's rich now. He's a very, very famous leatherworker, and he's very rich, so I don't believe that he skipped any characters. But jokes aside, yeah, fun. It depends what you think it's fun. You know, it can be fun for people to try and chase and push the max. Sorry, correction. That's Swiss bank. We don't have any banks anymore. What kind would be cool? Like, for example, I've read a lot of comments that they don't like Toshiro, right? Let's say, for whatever reason, you're not summoning for Ulquiorra Segunda Etapa. I know people that they don't like the Segunda Etapa at all. So, if the base form is good enough to be a filler until there is a character that you want to play with, that's really cool, actually. His animations are so nice. For a free character, his animations are insane. My only worry currently is that Shueisha is just pushing for the most hype characters. That's my only worry. Alright, guys. So, what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn off the stream and I will set up a new one for 1 PM. And then I will catch you later. But still, by the way, a big massive thank you to everybody joining in. this early in the morning, taking your time of your day out just to join the stream. Even though we didn't have any content here properly. But it was quite fun actually, just having a proper breakdown of the kit and just talking to you guys. Yeah, let me double check here. 9, so this is 11 plus 2, so it's 1 PM, yeah. So, just real quick, for those, it's 1 PM Central European Standard Time, summertime. Which is 7 AM Eastern Standard Time. I think it's... yeah. Alright guys. See you in a few hours then. And once again, the next time I will just set up at 1 PM and that's it. I'm not going to play anymore with this. Okay guys, take care, stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you later in 2 hours of time. Yeah, but I cannot play it. I cannot play it, that's the problem. Alright guys. Catch you later. Thank you, bye bye.